Yeah, man, I was just making a pretty good recording, man. I just had injustices like remotely turn my recording off. Like I was preaching so good. They clipped my recording. I was preaching probably for about 10 whole minutes, man, before I realized that it wasn't recording anymore. That's illegal, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to, like, you know what I'm saying, remember most of the basics of it, you know. And it's pretty much me saying that yeah, man, I realized, you know, this whole situation, all you have to do is consider the basics. You know, pretty much my dynamics is in other people's body of work without my permission. You know, I've been getting endless attempted murder all my life. And, you know, that right there is enough, you know what I'm saying, to build a situation on in itself. You know, I mean, it's an elaborate, you know, hate crime, man. And I couldn't help if, you know, people, people put themselves into positions, you know, on purpose, you know, like, I mean, if people tell lies and slander against you, you know, in advance in order to, you know, keep you from, you know, put me a ceiling or put your success in a box, you feel me? Then that's a situation. I mean, like these, you know what I mean? Boy, so much I already spoke though, man. I was preaching for probably about 10 minutes before I realized that these demon entities had already turned my stuff. Like they literally just turned my recording off while I recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this right here, this whole situation is outrageous, man. It's outrageous, you know. That right there in itself shows the nature and the gravity of the situation. I've been under extreme, you know, hate crime, you know, for so long. And it's like extremely infuriating, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that they just literally just did this, you feel me? And you know, I was hitting on some pretty good points. This is infuriating, you know what I'm saying? How this still possible, how they stealing my devices, how they stealing my stuff, you know. And that's the thing, you know, I talked about how, you know, these influential figures, how they steal ideas from my phone. They lie, you know what I'm saying? They lie on me to be able to have access to my life illegally to justify, you know, and then they able to steal stuff from my device before I publish it and then they publish it the same day to make it seem like they creating it. You know, that's also a situation, you know what I'm saying? These are active situations. So basically we know, I mean, these things are enough, knowing these are enough to keep my legacy alive, really. You know what I'm saying? To know that, you know, I'm getting endless attempted murder on by somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then also my stuff being taken, you know, my dynamics and things is in other people's bodies of work without my consent or my permission. You know, these things in itself are, you know, enough alone, you know. So I mean, it's an egregious situation. You know, I've been tortured, harassed, stalked, you know, by these demon entities and stuff, you know, who still trying to stifle the truth, like the Bible said, trying to stop the, you know, light of God. My impact and influence and things that I wanted to intend for God, I wasn't able to do, you know, the best I could. And, you know, just like I thought of my dynamics, but I can't expand them to the extent that I want to expand them, you know what I'm saying? Because of this nature of evil that happened to me. And these people that was doing it, they know what they was doing to me because they made it evident and they was shameless about what they were doing to me. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they were doing to me. So they know because of what they've been doing on the low to destroy me and keep my success under, you know, underneath the ceilings that they created by doing things to my life, you know what I'm saying, without my knowledge and things in order to glue themselves with me to be a ceiling to my success. They know because of that my damage, that, you know, I have permanent damage of things, you know, so I can't, you know, expand on my concepts like I want to. And so with my stuff being put in other people's stuff without my permission, you know what I'm saying, that right there is it's a wedge to my purpose of God, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a compounding situation, you know, like I spoke a little bit on my last recording, man, but yeah, man, it's an egregious, you know, hate crime. I mean, I'm being mocked with it. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I was touching on. Like, with what's happening to my life, I'm actually being mocked. You know what I'm saying? It's a situation that, you know, with my stuff being did without my permission. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a way to do everything. You feel me? I would prefer that, you know, it had been did the right way. It's a right way to do things. And, you know, for me to be asked first. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it's a mockery. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. It's like, you know, there's still like concepts, ideas, things I never did because I'm too good. You know what I'm saying? I create my own stuff and identity. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious, you know? And so that's the, I mean, this is the nature of the situation that, you know, that's been going on. Yeah, man, for this situation, you know, you can't help if people put themselves, you know, in the way of your success on purpose, intentionally. You feel me? So to be, you know, for them to antagonize you and try to destroy your life over, you know, such a situation that they themselves, you know, orchestrated, I mean, that right there tells everything, you know, especially if all you're trying to do is a work for God, and that tells you more about the kind of society that we live in. You feel me? Yeah, man, that infuriated me, man, how they literally clipped my stuff off remotely. You know what I'm saying? When it's already been reported years ago that they should not be in my life. Hey, you know, that's another thing about my testimony. You know, it shows the truth and the reality of it should have been impossible, for anything to be still happening, like, with the assimilation of my legacy and stuff still, so you see, it's a bunch of foul stuff going on, whole lot of it, I'm not in favor of that. So just the fact that, these situations exist shows that, it's enough, for my legacy not to be canceled. You feel me? It's enough for my legacy not to be canceled. I want it to be known, I'm not cool or, in approving or submitting to, I'm not happy with, what's going on with the attack on my legacy for God or my, the attack on my persons, like who I am, my character, my integrity, everything about that, my reputation, things that's, all these slanders and life-threatening slanders and things put on my life, resulted in tons of permanent damage that I got to live with forever. That's not my fault. You feel me? That was a pre-planned thing in order to ensure that I could not succeed or prosper as an influencer or as an artist. You feel me? These things are all intentional. You feel me? This was all did on purpose to destroy me, in advance, And these people were put in place in position to be ceilings for my success. So my impact for the Lord don't expand out too far. Or my talent don't rise above where they feel like their talent went. So that's why, you had these like structures and stuff gluing certain people to my life systematically. And, I caught the whole situation and exposed it to the whole world so everybody will see it. You feel me? So my first take on this recording, though, man, it was pretty lit, man. Like I touched on a whole bunch of stuff. The spirit was moving in me, man. The Holy Spirit. And I was like really, really, really hitting on it. Like, and they heard, I guess they remotely, illegally through eavesdropping, they heard some of my stuff I was saying, and it was all good stuff, wasn't nothing bad. That they like remotely took my stuff, and it's already illegal for them to even be here in the first place, let alone witness tampering, blatantly, shamelessly. That's another thing I was talking about. I'm like, the marketing and thing, all of this stuff that's been happening is like it's been shameless. It was blatant and shameless years ago. It's shameless now. It's like war been declared, I guess, because, I don't know. Eli just, because I guess I'm telling you, I dropped these things 3 years later, these ideas 3 years later, you feel me? And it showed clearly, that I had my own, and for my stuff to begin to simulate and somebody doing it, without my permission and stuff, yeah, man, I can't, I'm just not cool with that, I don't think anybody should have to be cool with the character attacks and things that happened to my life, as well as, the attack on my legacy and stuff. And those attacks on my concepts and my legacy and things were used to like keep me trapped into this box they had on my success, and it was to like keep me into the narratives and things like that they had already pre-planned for my life and stuff. But yeah, man, it's this right here shows a horrific situation, one that I ain't cool with, and I'll never be okay with it, me as a creator, I got the right not to be okay with it, and if we got these situations on the table, blatant and open face, like just sitting there on the table, like these should be like something like felonies, you feel me, to lie on somebody to justify entering into their life, you feel me, to justify entering into their life in order to take their ideas, like straight out their phone and stuff, and things like that, and then saying you doing it, that's right there, that's crazy, that's one thing that's been happening, I ain't cool with that. It's a messed up situation though, man, but as a creator, yeah, I'm not cool with, even though it's not, it seems as though it's not much I can do about it. This is the situation that's been going on, though. Man, I'm gonna wrap this recording up, man. My first take on it, though, it was epic, man. The jump was stellar. But you know what? I'm gonna pray, man. I'm gonna do some praying and talk with the Holy Ghost, and then I'm gonna just, see if there's anything else. But yeah, man. Glory be to God, though, man, because I was gonna use my aesthetics and everything, dynamics, all that, to uplift the kingdom, and that's what my only purpose for existence. And you could tell, by how, this, the lands are doing me, that, that it's not of God.